know the music, you know the time. It's time to check in with Mike Eppel standing by right now with a look at the markets. Where are we going today, Mike? Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm okay. You said that with such, how are you? What's going on?
I just kind of realized it was Thursday. But the fact that the markets are coming off another record, Melanie, we talked about it yesterday morning about how we would see reaction to what the U.S. Central Bank had to say about interest rate policy. And at the close of trade Wednesday, the Dow was above 33,000 for the first time ever. The TSX at a record. Tech stocks were moving up, and all of this because the U.S. Central Bank said, for the time being, they're not doing anything with interest rates, even as they raise their U.S. economic guidance. So it was quite the buying spree late Wednesday. In fact, the Dow has seen its biggest 1,000 or fastest 1,000-point move on record, gain on record. 5 days. So the markets just keep on moving, and we could see a little reversal this morning, but who knows? By the end of the day, we might be up again. So, you ask what's going on. It changes by the moment now in the markets faster than ever before.
Yeah, sure does. Okay, let's go south of the border. U.S. President Joe Biden saying, listen, in my first 100 days, here's the target, here's the goal to get X amount of 100 million Americans vaccinated. Where are they right now?
They're going to hit that either today or tomorrow.
And this is day...
On day 57.
Wow.
Of the Biden administration. They are rapidly doling out vaccines in the States at a much faster pace. And when you talk about an economy reopening, I mean, many of the U.S., the American states are already fully reopened, some with no restrictions whatsoever. So, even as there are still a lot of cases of COVID-19 in the U.S., they're getting vaccines out. Disneyland in California is going to reopen on April 30th. The AMC Theater Company says all of its theaters will be reopened by this weekend in the U.S. So things are moving quickly stateside, and that's part of the reason why the markets are as strong as they are, specifically on Wall Street.
Mike, everyone has this discussion. How long are we going to stay in this work-from-home trend? One company says, well, it could be forever for some of you.
Yeah, Ford. That was a surprise. The Ford Motor Company, they have 180,000 employees worldwide, but many of them work in offices. And going forward, Ford says no more cubicles. If you want to work at home, these are 30,000 office staff. If you want to work from home, go ahead. If you want to come to the office, we'll have workstations set up, but you don't have to. So this is the wave of the future, Melanie. We saw earlier this week, 4 out of 5 New York City office workers say they're not going back to the office. And companies are fine with that. It is the hybrid model. That's what's probably going to be the thing going forward. Hybrid. Work from home. If you want, if you need to come in for meetings or what have you, that's fine too. So, I mean, this is a dramatic shift for office space. Certainly, environments, companies that maybe lease space, they're going to have to adjust, and companies are doing the same.
The whole future of commercial real estate is up in the air. It's wild.
Big time. Big time. You're going to see a major shift again from what is the supply and demand metrics in that market.
You got it. Okay, let's stay automotive as we were talking Ford. Now we're talking Volkswagen. What are you seeing with these numbers here?
50%. 50% gain for Volkswagen stock since Monday. You want to talk about markets moving quickly? I saw it up 10%. I'm going, oh, it's not going to go higher than that. It'll probably pull back. No, 50%. Because Volkswagen said by 2030, it's looking at a major electric vehicle push. They're going to build 6 plants through the Eurozone, most of them for battery production. So they're not going to leave that to a third party. And now people are valuing it like the next Tesla. Right? And again, these are just all forward projections. But to see a stock go up that much, and now all of a sudden Volkswagen's the most valuable company on the German market.
Wow.
Just like that.
Mike, I know this is business news now, but I'm getting a little bit of nosy in your business because I keep on looking at your backdrop, and I'm staring at all the books that you have.
Yes.
Can you just pick out one of your, you have a book about tractors. Like, you have tractors and books about tractors.
Sure.
I'm very distracted.
Favorite book about tractors?
Yeah, there's one right there. Right, go to your right.
Yeah, there's
go to your right.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole raft of them here.
Do you read these books, or is this just for fun? Are you just putting these for the backdrop?
A lot of those are dare I say, picture books, but which just sounds wrong on many levels. But no, my favorite, I'll tell you what my favorite book is.
All right, show and tell with Mike.
Here.
Oh,
the
I see,
Walter Isaacson, Steve Jobs biography.
Did you read it all?
I did. It's fantastic.
That's a big book.
You want to learn about one of the great thinkers of technology, and it's not exactly a thin book either, but it
it's not.
just kept me riveted. And it takes me forever to read books because I'm always tired. working the morning shift.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
tough to stay awake when you're reading, but this one kept me riveted.
I hear you. Well, that's it
We
for
can
this
go
edition
through
of
book review if
Show
you
and
want.
Tell with Mike Epple. Okay, tomorrow, find your next favorite thing and
next
share
one,
with the
okay.
class. Okay, have a
All
great
right.
day, Mike.
See ya.
I love them. All right. Coming up next here, we're talking about long-term care. A lot of people calling to ease up these restrictions. And coming up next, why many residents and family members say concerns over mental health and isolation outweighing the risk of the virus itself. We'll be right back.